So if I made a decision, or if there was a collective decision to do a geoengineering program, and you put, say, the kind of program I think makes more sense, we put about 1 million tons a year in, but let's say, you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as a direct result of that decision. Killing many tens of thousands of people a year as a direct result of that decision.
Chemtrails, what are they? Well, they're metals sprayed in our atmosphere to enhance wave-field transmission. Things like microwaves from cell towers, 4G networks, and so on. Now, this has been going on since 1989, and it's absolutely not regulated at all. Some of the metals include, but are not limited to, chromium, barium, and possibly aluminum. Now, chromium is remarkable for its magnetic properties. It is the only element solid which shows antiferromagnetic ordering at room temperature. And when you heat this stuff up above 38 degrees Celsius, chromium changes into a paramagnetic. Well, what's a paramagnetic? A paramagnetic is just a fancy way of saying we can create a magnetic field in our atmosphere that can power weather machines and HARP-type like weapons. So, what is barium? Well, barium is a radioactive metal not found in nature. Let me read this to you. The increase in electromagnetic pollution due to the rapid development of gigahertz electronic systems and telecommunications, in other words, the pollution of putting cell towers all over the place, has resulted in a growing and intense interest in electromagnetic absorber technology. So basically, spraying barium in the air keeps these signals in their range or field as not to interfere with other same frequency devices that are further away. So is all these things dangerous? Well, barium and chromium are inert in themselves. They're not exactly deadly, but we got to consider the masses of dead animals this year. Let's take a look at that. I think that National Geographic said it best. Seafood may be gone by 2048. The rate of animals dying this year alone in 2018 is crazy. Hundreds of dolphins and whales and tons of dead fish are washing up dead on our shores. Why is that? Well, it's not all due to chemtrail spraying, but a large portion of it is. See, fish navigate using Earth's magnetic field. In other words, our marine life knows where magnetic north is, or cold north, and so they navigate. But when we put magnetically induced metals into our atmosphere and they fall in the ocean and wash to our shores, our marine life become confused on where magnetic cold north is. And this is why we have dolphins and whales getting stuck in areas, and they really don't know how to get out of there, even though they could swim away, because they are just obeying their senses. Other animals, like schools of fish, can wash up in shallow waters that are warm and with very little no oxygen to breathe, and they just suffocate. And all of this because we have to have cell phones. Now, vegans, pay very close attention. While none of your barnyard friends are going to show up on your dinner plate, using your cell phones, send your friends to show up dead on the beach somewhere after being horribly suffocated. So think about the hypocrisy before making anyone feel bad about eating meat. All right? In other words, no hypocrisy. Throw your cell phone away. In general, the population has embraced chemtrails with no fuss, and we have for a long time. And what this has allowed the evil forces behind the scenes to do is to go into higher phases of spraying us. So let's talk about GeneDrive technology. What is GeneDrive technology? It is genetic engineering technology that can propagate a particular suite of genes throughout a population. GeneDrives can arise through a variety of mechanisms and have been proposed to provide an effective means of genetically modifying specific populations and entire species. And our government is on one such project that we know about now called FunVax. They believe by giving us vaccines or viruses or through spraying that they can eradicate what they believe is a God gene, or the gene that makes people have faith in a religion. Now that is all pretty disturbing, and as we saw the clip at the video, the ultimate goal is to thin the population and start killing us by the tens of thousands. Yes,
killing many tens of thousands of people a year as a direct result of that decision.
There's David Keith again, planning to kill us by the tens and thousands. And all you globe earthers are going to wish, when you see your children laying dead and dying that you would have believed us, that you cannot trust our government, you should have not worshipped our government, or the globe earth lie, the earth remains flat.